Hello, welcome back to English 111 Online. This week we're going to start our Core Project 1, which is a fully developed MLA formatted essay. So we've been writing paragraphs and now we're getting ready to put some paragraphs together to create an essay for Core Project 1. Core Project 1 is the essay is going to be based on a reading that you are assigned to do, our future selves in our textbook. If you do not yet have your textbook, you really should have it by now, but if you don't, there is a link. Let me see, where is it? Right here. If you don't have your textbook, this is a link to our future selves. Our future selves is written by Eric Schmidt and Jared Cohen, and what they have done here is that they have published a book called, in 2013, this is the book name right here, The New Digital Age, Reshaping the Future of People, Nations, and Business. So this new digital age is talking about technology and how it has affected us and how it will continue to affect us. I think it's very interesting to read. You can, anytime there's something to read from the textbook, I want you to read this introductory part too, so you can get the background of Eric Schmidt and Jared Cohen. Who are these people anyway? And this excerpt from the book, and that I have included right here, this is the first chapter of their book, The New Digital Age. So this is, you can just read it right from here. Soon everyone on Earth will be connected. With 5 billion more people set to join the virtual world, the boom in digital connectivity will bring gains in productivity, health, education, quality of life, and myriad other avenues in the physical world. And this will be true for everyone, from the most elite users to those at the base of the economic pyramid. All right, so on and on, they talk about how technology is affecting us right now and how it will affect us in the future. There's some places in here that I've highlighted, some things you may want to take a look at some of those, especially as you're reading through. I'm not going to read this to you. I need you to read it yourself. And like I said, you can read it from the book, but it's I have it right here too. And do take a look at this and read those, the highlighted parts that I put on here. All right, so what we're going to do with that, before we even start working on the dialectical journal for this week, there's this little video that I really like, and I think that you will enjoy it. Also, it goes pretty fast, and I like it. It's one of those things. Get rid of it. It's one of those where they write the whole time and draw, and so that kind of I like that sort of thing. It keeps my attention better than just talking to me and telling me something. But anyway, I want you to watch that because that kind of gets your mind right for the reading. Here's the link to the reading, and of course, you want to get your page numbers for the assignment from your actual textbook, because the thing I put on here does not have, this document does not have page numbers on it. All right, and then here is the Core Project 1 MLA formatted essay document that tells you what this is all about, and what the essay is supposed to be about. Don't try to write the essay right now. That's not part of the assignment. The assignment is to read and take some notes. And what we're reading and taking notes in is this dialectical journal right here. So this is what's due this week. And you can tell, I put it up here. The graded assignment for this week is the dialectical journal. It is not the essay. So don't do the essay. This is your pre-writing for assignment for the essay. So because you've got some reading to do, that video to watch, and this to fill out and turn in by before midnight on June the 19th, which is this week, the Sunday for this week, I want you to have plenty of time to do it. So this is the pre-writing for it. You have to read this in order to be able to do the dialectical journal. And so let's just take a look at what the dialectical journal looks like. Okay, so this is from Our Future Selves, from Rereading America. In our textbook, it starts on page 241. And then you're going to take notes as you go through and on this dialectical journal. You can just type right on it. Of course, the first thing you want to do is go up to File and make a copy. And once you make a copy, name it whatever you want to here. But go ahead and make the copy so that you can type on it, and so that you can have your copy to type on. Everybody needs to have their own copy to type on. So just type right in the shell that I've given you here. So here is what the directions are. Answer this question: how has technology affected the way people think? So if you, after reading and understanding the material from our textbook, you may want to answer this question: how has technology affected the way people think? And then you're going to use, over here is where you bring in your information from the text, from the your textbook, or the link that I gave you. If you don't have your, for some reason you don't have your textbook, or you want to read it in both places, whatever. But how has technology affected the way people think? You want to answer that question here, and then your textual evidence is what backs up what you have said. So how has technology affected the way people think? There's a place here that you can list 3 ways that it has affected the way people think, and then you would want to put your textual evidence, the information from the reading that we have, over here, and you'll want to be able to put in over here the quotation that you're from the text that you're going to get, and indicate which page you found that textual evidence on. So you can do that. How has technology affected the way people think? 3 ways, and there's your textual evidence. If you rather not answer that question, you can do this one. How has technology affected the way people live? And then find 3 ways that it has affected the way we live. And then, of course, back it up with your textual evidence. If you use the digital copy that I've also provided for you, this would be a place where you could copy and paste that into your journal. Put it in quotation marks, and then put what page number it came from in your book. You'll just have to pair it up with your book to see what the actual page number is for that. So You can answer this question, how has technology affected the way people think? You can answer this one, how has technology affected the way people live? Or you can answer this question, how has technology affected the way people interact with each other? And find 3 ways there. So this is your pre-writing for your essay, because whatever you put in here, the 3 ways with your textual evidence to back it up, is going to go in your essay. And we're going, next week, we'll write the introduction paragraph. You'll write the body paragraph for each of the 3 ways. And you'll back up what you have to say about the 3 ways with textual evidence, just like you did for the paragraphs that you wrote this past week. So, do that. Once you have that done, then you'll want to submit that right down here on the Turnitin link. Do that before midnight on Sunday, June the 19th. So I think this is a dialectical journal is like you're having an actual conversation with the text, dialectical, and you're having this conversation with the text. In other words, you're going to pull the main points you're going to cover in your essay and put it on here, and then find something in the book, in the reading that we have, to back that up. And that's how you're going to fill that out. You only have to answer one of the questions, find 3 things for one of the questions. But if you want to, answer all 3 of them, you can certainly do that, and then you'll have a lot of stuff to choose from when you get ready to write the essay. We're going to write it next week and get some feedback on the rough draft that you write for this, and then by the 26th of June, we'll have the final on there. So you will be able to get your, polish it up, revise it, get it in good shape, and then by the 26th, it'll be due. So don't try to write the essay now. We're working on the dialectical journal so that you can write the essay. So I'm going to go back and take a look at the essay now. What it is asking you to do is demonstrate your writing skills by responding to the prompt below. And here is the prompt, the writing prompt. Incorporating evidence from the essay you've read, talking about the one that you're doing the dialectical journal on. Compose a thesis-based essay. I'm going to talk to you next week about creating a thesis and an introduction paragraph and the body paragraphs and all of that, so that we can get our whole rough draft put together next week, and you can get some feedback on that before it needs to be revised and polished up and turned in the following week, the 26th of June. So the prompt, incorporating evidence from the essay you've read, compose a thesis-based essay explaining how technology has changed the way people think, the way people live, or the way people interact with others. You're going to choose one of those questions, like on the dialectical journal I showed you. Just one of the questions is what you're going to write about. So choose one specific aspect of life and use information from the essay to support your claim. This is why we're doing the dialectical journal, so you can use that from the text to support the claim that you're making. So we're going to talk about putting the whole rough draft together next week. I'll tell you what needs to go in each paragraph and everything, and how to make it readable by somebody else. That's the whole point of taking this course. I'm trying to teach you how to write so that anyone who picks up your writing will be able to fully and thoroughly understand it. So here's what we're not doing for this core project 1. We're not writing about the essay. Rather, you're using information from that essay to support the content of your own response to the writing prompt. And again, the writing prompt said, choose one specific aspect and use information from the essay to support your plan. So you're going to basically say that technology has greatly affected the way people think, or the way people live, or the way they interact with others. And then you're going to bring that information from your dialectical journal, from the text, to support what you're saying about each of those ways of technology. So that's what you have to do. These are the this is what this essay will help you to do, all these outcomes here. But I don't want you to summarize it and write about it. That's not the thing. The thing is to answer one of the questions on the dialectical journal, which will become your pre-writing, excuse me, which will be your pre-writing for your essay. So you've got to get this done so that you can easily put it into the essay that you're writing the rough draft for next week. So that's what you're doing this week. Look at the movie. Go back to look at the video. It's not a movie, but look at the video. Read Our Future Selves, and then know that for this essay right here, Core Project 1, you're going to have to do the dialectical journal, so you'll have your 3 ways and textual evidence to back up what you're saying. You've already had an opportunity to do this in a paragraph form, and so now we're going to turn it in. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to turn it into an essay. So if you have any questions while you're working on this, something that you don't quite understand, I will be glad to help you with that. But please actually read the stuff before you start asking me what am I supposed to do, because I can't tell you what you're supposed to do if you have no idea what the reading is about. So go ahead and do that. And then next week, we're going to talk about how to put it all together, get this out of the way. And once this is completed, then we're going to go right into Core Project 3. I know I'm going to skip 2 and come back to 2 last. But I think it makes more sense this way. My students have told me before that it makes more sense to them this way also, to do Core 1, Core 3, and then Core 2. So that's what we're doing in the future, and if you have any questions, email me and let me know. If you want to come into my office and meet with me and talk about things, we can do that. If you want to have a virtual meeting with me, then I can invite you to a Google Meet, and we can actually look at the text and talk about what you need to do. Sometimes it's easy if you can see the documents and ask questions as I'm looking at the documents also. I'm only an email away, so I'll be glad to answer any questions and help you with this. So that's all for this week. Well, it's a lot for this week, but go ahead and get this done, and I look forward to talking to you next week, and so we'll see you then.